Hello, welcome back to the reading of the poem of the Man God, written by Maria Valtorta, Volume 2, Chapter 264, Part 1. Instructions to the Apostles at the beginning of their apostolate. 28th August, 1945. Jesus is sitting at the table in the house in Capernaum with all his disciples, which means that Judas has joined his companions after fulfilling his task. It is evening. The light of the fading day enters from the door and the wide open windows through which it is possible to see the purple of sunset change into unreal violet red, the borders of which fray, crumpling up into a violet slate that pales into gray. It puts me in mind of a sheet of paper thrown onto a fire. It lights up, and as soon as it stops burning, its edges crumble up and become a leaden bluish shade, which fades into an almost white pearly gray. "It's warm," states Peter, pointing at a huge cloud which tinges the west with those shades. "Warm, but no rain. That's not a cloud, it's fog. Tonight I am going to sleep in the boat where it is cooler." "No, tonight we are going to the olive groves. I must speak to you. Judas is now back. It is time for me to speak to you. I know an airy spot where we shall be comfortable. Get up and let us go." "Is it far?" they ask, picking up their mantles. "No, it is very near, within a stone's throw by sling from the last house. You may leave your mantles, but take tinder and flint so that we can see our way when coming back." They come out of the upstairs room and go downstairs, bidding good night to the landlord and his wife, who are enjoying the cool air on the terrace. Jesus walks resolutely in the opposite direction from the lake, and after crossing the village, he proceeds for about 200 or 300 yards into an olive grove on the first hillock behind the village. He stops on a projection of earth that, because of its position free from obstacles, enjoys all the air possible in that sultry night. Let us sit down and pay attention to me. The hour of evangelization has come. I am about halfway through my public life, preparing hearts for my kingdom. It is now time that my apostles also take part in the preparation of this kingdom. That is what kings do when they decide to conquer a kingdom. First, they make investigations and approach people to find out their reaction and win them to the plan they are pursuing. Later, they enlarge their preparatory work by means of reliable messengers sent to the country to be conquered. And they send more and more of them until all the geographical and moral details of the whole country are known. After that, the king completes his work by proclaiming himself king of that country and being crowned as such. And much blood is shed to achieve that, because victories always cost blood. "We are ready to fight for you and shed our blood," promised the apostles by one consent. "I will shed no blood but that of the Holy One and of saints." "Do you wish to begin your conquest, starting from the temple, storming it at the hour of the sacrifice?" Let us not stray, my friends. You will be informed of the future in due course, but do not shudder with horror. I assure you that I will not upset the ceremonies by means of a violent eruption, and yet they will be upset, and there will be one evening when terror will prevent the ritual prayer, the terror of sinners. But I shall be in peace that evening, in peace with both my spirit and my body, a total, blissful peace. Jesus looks at his 12 apostles one by one, and it is the same as if he looked at the same page 12 times and read for 12 times the one word written on it: incomprehension. He smiles and continues, So I have decided to send you so that you may penetrate further ahead and more widely than I can do by myself. But for prudential reasons, I will ensure that there is a difference between your way of evangelizing and mine, because I do not want to put you in too difficult situations, which could be too seriously dangerous for your souls and bodies, and also because I do not wish to jeopardize my own work. You are not as yet perfected to the point of being able to approach anyone without being damaged, or without damaging. And least of all are you heroic to the extent of defying the world on behalf of the idea, facing the revenge of the world. So when you go about preaching me, do not go among Gentiles, and do not enter the towns of Samaritans, but go to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. There is so much to be done amongst them, because I solemnly tell you that the crowds that you think are so numerous around me are the 100th part of those who are still waiting for the Messiah in Israel, and they do not know him. Neither do they know that he is living amongst them. Take then faith in me and the knowledge of me. On your way, preach, saying, the kingdom of heaven is near. Let that be your basic announcement, supporting all your preaching. You have heard me speak so much of the kingdom. All you need do is repeat what I told you. But man, to be attracted by and convinced of spiritual truth, needs material kindness, as if he were an eternal boy who will not study a lesson or learn a trade unless he is attracted by a sweet from his mother, or a reward from his schoolmaster, or his trade tutor. In order to let you have the means to be believed and sought after, I will grant you the gift of working miracles. The apostles jumped to their feet, with the exception of James of Alphaeus and John, shouting, protesting, becoming excited, each reacting according to his temperament. Really, the only one strutting about at the idea of working miracles is the Iscariot, who with the foolhardiness of false and selfish motivated interest exclaims, "It was time that we should do that, to have the least authority over the crowds." Jesus looks at him, but does not say anything. Peter and the zealot, who were saying, "No, Lord, we are not worthy of so much. That is due to saints," contradicted Judas, as the zealot says, "Why do you take the liberty of reproaching the master, you silly, proud man?" And Peter adds, "The least authority? And what do you want to do more than work miracles? Do you want to become God as well? Have you got the same itch Lucifer had?" "Silence," orders Jesus. And he continues, "There is one thing that is even greater than miracles, and equally convinces the crowds, but more deeply and durably, a holy life. But you are far from that, and you, Judas, are farther than the rest. But let me speak, because my instruction is a long one." This has been a reading from the poem of the Man God, written by Maria Valtorta, Volume 2, Chapter 264, Part 1, Instructions to the Apostles at the beginning of their apostolate. Thank you for listening. I will see you tomorrow. May God bless you, and may peace be with you.